A couple weeks ago, we talked about Chinese particles and learned 3 of the most commonly used ones: zhe, le, and guo. If you haven't checked out that video yet, I highly recommend you watching it first. It'll give you a pretty basic idea, but also a solid foundation on how these particles work. Today, we're continuing with more particles, but this time we're going to be focusing on the sentence ending ones. Welcome to my channel where you get to learn and practice the most authentic Mandarin Chinese. I am Carrots Xiaoyi. First-time watchers, for subtitles, you have 2 options: the burnt-in caption with Hanzi and Pinyin, and the soft subtitles, just turn on captions through YouTube. Now, let's take a look at that short video with different particles again. 喂，哎，你不是说今天要来吗？怎么还不来呢？是不是路上堵车啦？这个地方你来过吧？哎，快点过来吧，好吗？我们都在等着你呢。Let's break it down. Today we're covering ma and ne. The first one, ma, is super straightforward. It is basically a yes/no question marker. Just add it to a statement, any statement, and boom, it's a yes or no question. Here's some examples. 我去过西安，你也去过西安吗？我去过西安，你也去过西安吗？ I have been to 西安. Have you been to 西安 too? 他吃了早饭吗？他吃了早饭吗？ Did he eat breakfast? Now here's what you need to remember. Ma is only for yes or no questions. If you're asking an open-ended question such as who, what, where, etc., you do not need ma. It's actually a very common mistake among Chinese learners, so take notes. For example, it is wrong to say, 你去看哪个电影吗？你去看哪个电影吗？ You want to say, 你去看哪个电影？你去看哪个电影？ In my short video, I said, 你不是说过今天要来了吗？你不是说过今天要来了吗？ Didn't you say you were coming today? I was expecting a yes or no answer. I also said, 先赶快打个电话通知下他们吧，好吗？ Call them and let them know, will you? This is also a yes or no question. Yes, I will call. Nah, I'm not calling. After that, I said, 你听着呢吗？ Are you listening? 你听着呢吗？ I was also expecting a yes or no answer. 你学会了吗？你听懂了吗？你会用吗了吗？ Next, let's talk about ne. Ne is slightly more complex because it can be used in both a statement and a question. First, ne is for ongoing actions or states. For example, 他在学习呢。他在学习呢。He's studying right now. 外面下雨呢。外面下雨呢。It's raining outside right now. Now, compared to just 他在学习, adding ne makes the sentence sound softer and more explanatory. Imagine this scenario. A younger sibling asks their mom, "Can big brother play with me?" Mom says, 他在学习呢. He's studying right now, implying, don't disturb him. Without ne, if she just says 他在学习, it could sound more stern, almost critical of the younger child for not being considerate. It sounds more like leave him alone. Now, if the younger sibling keeps nagging and asking, though, you might eventually hear the mom say, 都说了，他在学习. I already told you this. He is studying. Same thing with 外面下雨呢. It subtly implies you should probably stay inside or you should bring an umbrella if you go outside. Whereas without 呢, 外面在下雨 simply tells the listener the weather condition outside. You might remember from the last video that 这 also implies ongoing actions. These two can actually be used together. In my short video, I said, 你听着呢吗? 你听着呢吗? Are you listening? Here, 呢 emphasizes the ongoing action of listening, while 这 already shows a continuous state of listening. Now, of course, 吗 at the end marks the yes or no question. Some other examples are 他还在忙着呢. 他还在忙着呢. He's still busy. 我们等着呢. 我们等着呢. We're all still waiting. Now back to our sentence. Without 呢, 你听着吗 is still correct, but it sounds more direct. However, with 呢, 你听着呢吗 sounds more natural and conversational, like you're checking if someone is actually paying attention or not. Another common use of 呢 is in follow-up questions. For example, 我很好，你呢？我很好，你呢？ I'm doing well. How about you? One of the most common uses of 呢 in daily life is to ask where something is. And this actually happens all the time in my house. 该上学了，你的袜子呢？ It's time for school. Where are your socks? 该上学了，你的袜子呢？妈妈，我的作业呢？ Mom, where's my homework? 妈妈，我的作业呢？妈妈，昨天买的冰淇淋呢？妈妈吃了。In my short video, I said, 怎么还不来呢？ Why haven't you arrived yet? 怎么还不来呢? Here, 呢 adds a little frustration or impatience or maybe just curiosity. It makes the question feel a little more natural and expressive, as if I've been waiting and I'm just wondering out loud. Without 呢, 怎么还不来 sounds more direct, like the speaker is upset. 怎么还不来? With 呢, 怎么还不来呢? It feels more rhetorical. The tone is totally softened. And even though the speaker is still expressing some level of impatience. Alrighty, let's quickly review what we learned today. First, the particle 吗 turns a statement into a yes or no question. The particle 呢 is used for ongoing actions, follow-up questions, asking whereabouts, and expressing frustration or curiosity. And also, don't forget that you can put 呢 and 这 together to reinforce continuous actions in a natural way. If you found this video helpful, make sure to motivate me by liking and subscribing. And don't forget to turn on the notifications so you don't miss out on future lessons. Until next time, 下次见!